Welcome back to KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP, and today something a little bit different. I'm calling this a summertime sang choy bao, or a cold sang choy bao. We're taking the beautiful Chinese or Cantonese classic, and we're going to tip it on its head and change things up a little bit. Alright, here I've got some chicken stock in a wok. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic and a little bit of ginger paste into our water, just like that, and we want to add a little bit of Zhaoxing wine, and that's going to give it a real nice fragrance. A good bit of soy sauce. Now this is purely optional if you want to do this particular process or not. You can just buy a roast chicken and cook this, but I'm going to bring that up to a really good simmer, alright, like that, almost a boil, and I've got a couple of chicken breasts which I've brought up to room temperature, and all I'm simply going to do is put those into our poaching liquid, just like that. I'm going to wait for that to return to the simmer a little bit, right? And poaching chicken this way, it ends up being incredibly tender. It's a little bit like Hainan chicken, alright? So we're going to put the lid on that, and I'm going to be able to turn the heat off and let that sit for around about 30 to 40 minutes, and that will just slowly poach those chicken breasts through, and you'll end up with a really nice, beautiful, soft chicken. Alright, a tiny bit of hoisin sauce, a little bit of peanut oil, alright, and I'm going to add a little bit of sake, just like that, and I'm also going to start layering up more flavors for our dressing on this for this particular dish. Little splash of mirin that goes in. Now you can add as much or little of any of these ingredients that you like. I didn't write down any in quantities as I was doing this because I wasn't measuring it. Alright, little bit of rice wine vinegar to give us a little bit of acidity, and if you worked on around about equal parts for most of these liquids, you'd be around about in the right sort of boat. Right, a little bit of agave. You could use honey. I'm using agave. It's a little bit more easier to stir through and mix through. A good bit of soy that can go straight in, just like that. Now this is going to be our salad dressing, because we're basically making a salad version of sang choy bao. Give all of that a real good stir, just like that. Now we decided to go with a summertime version of sang choy bao because, again, one of those really hot days, and I poached that chicken off in the morning, really nice and early, and I could just leave that in the refrigerator all day. Right, here I've got some mushrooms I have finally diced up, and I put my nose straight in, just like that, as you should do, and I'm going to microwave those for around about sort of 30 seconds or so, just to give them a little bit of cookage. Right, I've got my chicken breast which I have finally diced up. I'm going to put a bit of that in there. I've only used one breast for this particular meal. I'm going to use the other one for a salad the next day. Right, so give all of that a bit of a stir in that dressing that we've just made, just like that. Now here I've got a couple of hard-boiled eggs, and you could actually cook those eggs off with the chicken if you want to, and I finally diced the egg up, and it works absolutely perfectly with the chicken, believe it or not. That's quite funny though, chicken and the egg works perfectly. Go figure. Alright, give all that a good stir through, just like that. And here I've got some chives I have sliced up nice and fine, and that's going to be our onion flavour. I could have used a spring onion, but I'm just going to use some chives, a little bit more fresh, a little bit more vibrant, and not as strong as the spring onion. Now, the garlic and ginger that we used before, that has infused itself into the chicken itself, so we've got a beautiful flavour on that chicken. Alright, give all of that a bit of a stir through, just like that, and we're going to be ready now. We can add our mushrooms. So as I said, I'll cook those off for around about 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and as you can see, it was a very, very fine dice, and I use a little chopping device to help me chop vegetables these days with my MS, because I do not want to cut my finger off again, which I have done numerous times. Alright, so just give all of that a good stir through. Mrs. KP has already got a nice iceberg lettuce. She's taking the leaves off, giving us a nice rinse under the tap, and let's let them sort of dry off a little bit. Now we're ready to serve. So get your lettuce leaves. We've cut the heart out of the lettuce leaf just to make things a little bit nicer, a little bit easier, and not as tough to try and eat, and they'll actually fold up really, really nicely. Alright, so all we have to do now is start scooping in some of our mixture that we have we've made up, and put a little bit of that into our lettuce leaves. Don't go overboard, otherwise you'll never get them into your mouth. Just a little bit at a time. Add as much or little as you like. Even leave your guests to do the honours. Anyway, there you go. You've got KP's Summertime Sang Choy Bao, or a cold Sang Choy Bao. Thank you so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. And don't forget to hit that like button. Gives me confidence. Should make you feel warm and fuzzy too. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. You'll be notified every time a new video goes up. Please leave a comment. I love reading, and I do respond to all of them. And don't forget to share this video with all your friends on all platforms of social media. We are trying to get the name of KP's Kingdom out there. If you want to learn how to take sort of Cantonese classic dish just like this and turn it on its head and make it a little bit easier and a little bit cooler to eat, we need to come and join the family. My family, hit the subscribe button and you'll never miss another one of my videos again. Off to eat my Summertime Sang Choy Bao, and I will catch you next time. Bye.